everybody, it's Mrs. Otten, and I'm back with Mr. Eshelman, and today we are talking about the new driveway.
Yeah, welcome, AOM parents. We're excited to see you all next week and getting you back ready for school. Right here, we are standing at the entrance. So if you're down on Aviara Parkway, coming up Ambrosia, last week for registration, we had you enter campus all the way from the top of the hill. No longer. We're back at the regular entrance to campus. Now, we want to point out a couple of things. There is a sign here that designates that AOMS parents and families should be entering on the side that is, if you're entering on the left or further north up the hill. Please do not enter on the AOE side. That would be on the right. That will be designated for AOE traffic. If you're coming north up Ambrosia from Aviara Parkway, we'll show you on the video here, there's two different lanes that you'll be traveling. We want to stay in the outside so that you can turn right into the outside lane. So please make sure that you are able to turn right, not on the inside, that's AOE, but on the outside. If you're turning left, coming southbound down Ambrosia from up by Poinsettia Park or Aviara Park, make sure that you are turning left on the inside. That's the AOM. There's a sign here that will designate that for you. What we're looking at right now, I want to talk a little bit about pedestrian entrance to campus. There's two different ways our students can access campus if they're walking up here from the south. Right now, Miss Otten is pointing the camera at a sidewalk that is on Ambrosia that leads into the campus, and then there is a crosswalk that could get you across. I also want to point out that some of our students will actually walk and they can curve around. There's a second crosswalk down there to access this sidewalk over here that is more on the campus side. So pedestrians have two different ways that they can safely get onto the sidewalk that is closest to campus. Our e-bike friends will be entering the campus down here. There is designated bike lanes that are pointed out and marked on the asphalt. They will be staying here in this middle lane. So as we travel up here, you'll see a middle lane for our e-bike friends. They're going to stay in that lane, and we'll show you here in a second how they're going to access the parking lot. So e-bikes will continue to enter campus here, and then we'll travel with traffic in this middle lane up towards AOM. All right, so we're standing here at this roundabout. And again, we want to point out that our AOM traffic should be here on the outside, bypassing all of the AOE traffic and going around this roundabout where they will eventually get up to AOM. Our e-bike friends will be traveling on the right side. If some of our families have both an AOE and an AOM student, then they're doing multiple drop-offs. They will stay here on the right side following the roundabout. And we'll show you just in a moment, and you can kind of see it in the video, that we'll have a bike lane. It's designated in green. And then our bike friends will dismount and walk their bike onto the AOM campus. So once again, the outside lane, if we're going through traffic to AOMS, will stay on the left-hand side around the roundabout. The right side is AOE. We are all going the same direction with exit at the top of the hill. All right, so right now we're past the roundabout. This is where we will have a merge of traffic. So we'll have both the AOE traffic and the AOM traffic that's going to now merge into a line that exits out of the parking lot. Please make sure we do not drop off students from your vehicle here. If you are entering the AOM campus, you will turn right, follow the way around, and then you will drop off your student in front of the school. We also want to point out that this is where our e-bike friends will dismount their bike, and they will walk their bike up this path here, because then they are safely closer to where they will park their bikes on the AOM campus. So once again, our AOM traffic will stay on the outside, merge with AOE traffic before entering our campus. E-bikes will dismount and walk their bike up here. So we're seeing a vehicle that has entered the parking lot and turned right to drop off their student. There is a sign as you turn right indicating this is where our drop-off occurs. You're going to follow the signs around here, curving around. Please, please, please make sure that we're going as far forward as we can. If we have cars that stop here for drop-off, it really backs up our line. So as you are dropping students off, please make sure that you continue to pull forward, as signs have indicated, so that students more cars can get into the parking lot and we can keep that flow of traffic. So again, here we have a vehicle that's entering the parking lot. They're going to continue to pull forward as far as you can and then drop off your student. And then you will follow the flow of traffic straight, turning left, and then circling back up the hill to exit out on Ambrosia. So once again, families, we're excited to welcome you and your Falcons back to campus next week. We want to make sure everyone is getting here safely. that our students are arriving on campus safely and getting on to their classes. So we please ask that you take some heed to the different things we talked about and make sure that we're working together to be safe as we're driving through and outside of campus, and understanding that with construction and with some of these updates, there are some trade-offs. So please be patient with us, and please be patient with each other. Thank you very much.
All right, everybody. So Tuesday, 8 a.m. at school. So we'll see you there.